What is it like to have a meal with over 1,000 strangers at a temple? Today, I will take you to experience a blessing banquet held at a small, remote temple located deep in the countryside. The temple is situated in a secluded village. We took a ride for about 40 minutes before reaching a ferry crossing. The river wasn't very wide, and when we arrived, several other guests were already waiting for the boat. Though called a ferry, it wasn't paddle-powered or motorized. Instead, it was a steel boat pulled manually along a cable stretched across the river, a rather primitive method. The ferryman was an elderly man in his 70s who charged yuan, about 12 cents per person to cross, covering the costs of his self-made boat and labor. After crossing the river, we walked another 20 minutes and finally arrived at Longjiang Temple. At the entrance, local villagers were selling their homegrown produce: sweet potatoes, greens, wild vegetables, herbs, and even organic duck eggs still stained with duck droppings. Chinese people are passionate about organic food, and these free-range, fee-free eggs are especially popular. Ironically, the presence of droppings is even seen as a sign of authenticity. Longjiang Temple was built during the Republic of China era. Each year on the birthday of the Sus lunar month, it holds a lively local live releasing festival. The 3-day festival runs from the 10th to 12th, with 539 tables serving about 5,000 people. At the same time, retent construction and raising the beam rise on March 12 attract many believers. These events are not only religious but also serve as important social and cultural gatherings for the community. When we arrived, the temple was already filled with incense smoke and worshippers praying, wandering, or chatting. I followed the crowd to visit various halls. We passed through the Hall of Heavenly Kings, where people were still praying. Deeper inside is Lingxiu Hall, worshipping higher deities. The solemn light made me think Longjiang Temple blends Taoist and Buddhist elements, which also showed in the food. Past the Hall of Heavenly Kings and the donation booths, we arrived at the Medicine King Hall. The large incense burner at the entrance showed the crowd best wishes for youth, good grades; for adults, career success; for elders, health; simple words, lifelong hopes. On the way to the dining hall, I was drawn by a Taoist wall painting. Full of Chinese elements, it is rare to see such detailed rural artwork. I couldn't identify all the figures, but I was impressed by the skill. Turning the corner, we reached the dining hall, which was already packed with people waiting for the meal to begin. People were saving seats for friends or chatting warmly with strangers, a rare social occasion that brought together people from different backgrounds and social classes. The scene was lively and bustling. Before the meal started, I got a glimpse into the food preparation process. Inside the kitchen, at least 10 people were busy cooking, including those helping outside. The entire team numbered under 30. Today, they were responsible for meals for nearly 2,000 people, and on peak days, that number can reach 5,000. All these volunteers work unpaid. They come from all walks of life: taxi drivers, university professors, farmers, merchants. Here, their professions don't matter. They function as one harmonious team. The meal followed the traditional Chinese wuxuishi banquet rotation style. After one group finishes eating, a new group is seated immediately. This requires excellent coordination and is physically demanding. Without true dedication, no one would volunteer so tirelessly. All the ingredients for the meal were donated by villagers and the public. The meals were free, open to anyone who wanted to attend. While the back kitchen was busy preparing food, volunteers in the hall entertained guests with singing and dancing. Most of the performers were middle-aged or elderly, likely regulars from China's famous square dance community. Before the meal, I also visited a donation memorial wall. It was densely engraved with the names, dates, and donation amounts of contributors away to honor their kindness. Last surprise, I saw railroad-style Chinese toilet, simple but clean. To use it, two things are needed. Believe everyone is equal and can do the Aeon squat.